Market and specifically altcoins have obviously been a little bit of a disappointment over the last month as we're seeing altcoins really at lows that we really haven't seen since over a year ago. When we're looking back at the charts, some of the top altcoins and some of the trendy altcoins in different narratives are now sitting below prices from over a year ago. So it feels like, we've made so much progress in crypto, but right now altcoins really aren't doing their thing. And you might be wondering, am I holding altcoins for no reason? Should I pivot all into Bitcoin? What should be my strategy? I'm going to go over why I think we really haven't seen altcoins break out to this point, which narratives I would be positioning myself into, because I do think we will see an alt season. And when that happens, things will get explosive and people wait for prices like these. But the fear is so high that we're not willing to take action at these prices because of that fear, which later causes FOMO once these things start to run. So I'm going to jump into my favorite narratives, my favorite coins, how I would be positioning myself right now, because the opportunity is here to buy at cheap prices. And we're going to go over my favorite picks in this video. Let's dive into it. And first and foremost, as always, guys, drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every day and every week here on In the Game. We have you covered all the alpha across gaming, AI, meme coins, RWA, and more to keep you in tune with the markets. As well, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have some incredible sponsors from Ledger, FOMO, Moon Tropica, Funtico. We have Medieval Empires as well as Cradle Games. Check out all of our sponsors down below in the description. And if you're not already using Nexus, we have some incredible updates coming across for all users to be able to trade over 200 trading pairs in collaboration with Hyperliquid, one of the absolute killers in the market right now when it comes to trading. We will be using Hyperliquid's technology to have over 200 pairs for perps, buy, long, sell, short, everything like that. So you can check that out in the description down below, absolutely free, or you can check out a paid membership to track unlimited wallets in your portfolio. So you can check that out down below in the description as well. And let's just jump right into it, guys. We see the market right now. I mean, it's a little bit of a bounce back. Like, we got pretty down in the dumps when it comes to sentiment. I think over the last week, I have seen more people say we're going into a bear market. I had seen more people say altcoins are dead. This niche is dead. AI agents are done. Meme coins scam. Gaming's never going to come back. Like, the amount of things that we've seen over the last week as far as sentiment, it's been pretty insane, right? And I think that the emotions are running high. Quite frankly, it's justified, because altcoins, when you look at some of these charts, like over a year ago, we're still sitting at about the same, or some altcoins at lower prices. Like, let's just go take a look at things like a Echelon Prime, for example. Last year, this coin got up to $27. We're sitting at $7 on this token. Now, obviously, we got in this token at $2.77 right here on this channel, but still, it is pretty crazy to look like, crypto, it feels like, has come so far forward. And now when you look at the grand scheme of things, altcoins have really done nothing in that same time period, right? Illuvium, let's just take a look at Illuvium's chart. Like, this is one that was heralded at one point as, that next top game in the market by lots of people. And a lot of things have happened in their ecosystem. Things haven't really materialized. And a year ago, this coin was trading at $140. Now it's at $20, right? So there is countless examples of this when we just look at different charts. It's been a rough time for altcoins, but at the same time, these are the prices and these are the opportunities that everyone says they're waiting on, right? And I'm going to talk about that here in just a second as we dive into the psychology of altcoins. But, we endlessly are seeing bullish news on Bitcoin, which obviously right now it has been nothing but a Bitcoin bull run. Like, altcoins, sure, we've seen meme coins have a season. We saw AI agents have a season. Otherwise, like, altcoins, RWAs are holding pretty strong right now. That would be the one niche that I would say really hasn't taken a hit too much in this market. But when you're looking across the board, Bitcoin is getting all the love from governments, from institutions, from big banks and investment platforms, BlackRock. Obviously, the Trump administration is very bullish on Bitcoin, and we see North Carolina introducing a bill today to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, look, it's like I said, it's been a Bitcoin bull run. But when we look at the psychology, the Wall Street psychology sheet, of course, and I saw last week, like I showed that might be a bear trap, what we just fell into. And I think we probably do see a swift recovery over the coming months. But at the same time, this chart is playing out quite nicely. Obviously, it's just the beginning of the psychology sheet, but right now we're at about hope and then optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria. This market has definitely not reached euphoria yet, and on the 4th year of the 4-year cycle, we all know these things get pretty ridiculous. So at the same time, after having this thing is looking like it's pretty much on trend for this bull run. And then we really accelerate our hopes for alts and stuff like that because of how bullish crypto's been, because Trump's in office, etc. But at the same time, like I think the timelines are still going to play out. We're probably going to see a peak, at least locally, later this year. Q4 would be my timeline, and I'm not moving off of that number currently. And to be completely honest, that's when I'm going to try to maximize and optimize taking profits out of this market. Elio tweets, people want to know why alts fell the last 8 weeks. No, there's no reason. Coins just jump off a cliff at various points. I didn't expect it, but I know there doesn't have to be a reason. I also know that there can just reincarnate at any given moment. This is how the game works. Now, I do agree halfway with this. I think also altcoins are in pain right now because of the things we're seeing across the board. When a niche gets hot, the things that jump into it, the amount of projects that spawn, AI agents, 50 ChatGPT wrapped bots we're launching every single day. That's unsustainable. There's really going to be only 5 maybe that actually maintain throughout the cycle. It's just ridiculous, like the amount of dilution that comes to the door. And then the same thing with meme coins. We see Trump. We immediately see Trump launch Melania, sucks liquidity out of all the other coins on the Solana blockchain. And then we also are seeing, call it what it is. I like Dave Portnoy. He's a funny guy, and he owns a very successful business in Barstool Sports. But he's out here launching meme coins, supporting Jailcoin and Fartnoy, and he's literally just saying, like, I have no clue about it. I'm gonna hold it, sell it at any moment. I'm in this one to make money. This could rug you at any moment. And then this last coin, the Jailstool one, it like collapsed overnight. It's just been a mess with these celebrities getting involved. We even see DaBaby, now who's like an irrelevant rapper in the grand scheme of things, DaBaby posting a pump fund contract yesterday. Like, this is just getting ridiculous. And this is why, like, altcoins, we're not going anywhere until this type of stuff like slows down at least somewhat, right? Like the mainstream influencer scam coins or anything like that. This is what's sucking all the attention and liquidity out of the market, which, I think while it's fun if you can make money on it, 99% of people just have to sit there and grief at it because they don't make money, or it is just ridiculous. Like, no matter what, even if you make money, you know how ridiculous all of these things are. And I think this is just sucking liquidity and attention out of this market. And really, it just drags the credibility of altcoins down, which is what's driving Bitcoin even higher. And I think what's driving a lot of people away from altcoins. However, I do think we're going to see an alt season play out. I'm still very convicted in that. And to be completely honest with you, I think that this is the time, consolidate your portfolio, jump in, see what niches you really want to be involved with. You want to have Solana, ETH, Bitcoin, Avalanche. Maybe those are your chain bets. And then maybe your gaming bets, Beam, Super, Prime, Ronin. And then your AI bets, you have Tau, Render, etc. This is the time to kind of simplify those bags, get into strong projects, and really just sit and wait, because the altcoin game, although it's not the stock market, it really is a battle of attrition. Like, the time you're going to spend in this market is what's going to make it out alive. And you just have to be willing to go through the ups and downs before the euphoria. So first and foremost, let's go over each narrative, why I'm bullish on each narrative, why I think that a few narratives right now are an amazing trade at these prices, and of course, why I think you should be buying now while these prices are on the table. So let's jump into it. First and foremost, I want to talk about Avalanche. Avalanche, this has been the one cook in the market over the last couple of weeks, really a month. And if we look at Avalanche, you're probably thinking, what do you mean, Hustle? It's down 30% on the month. Like, how has this cooked this month? Well, the Avalanche scene has been hotter than it's ever been. Recently, I think it is the sleeper chain trade of this cycle, and now you're getting $25 again. This was over $40 just a matter of months ago, and I think it should be trading much higher, right? They're partnered up with some of the biggest institutions out there, Citi, JP Morgan, BlackRock. All these institutions are building with Avalanche because of their subnet technology. On top of that, we see the top games in the entire crypto gaming space, from Off the Grid, MapleStory. There's so many bullish games that are building with Avalanche. Once again, utilizing their subnets. And the meme coin scene, there's a coin called 𝗘𝗘𝗫, and this thing has just gone crazy, which is now establishing that there is a meme coin scene on Avalanche. This is very bullish in my opinion. And a lot of people talk about gaming, how, oh, gaming's dead. Off the grid came and went. If we look at the active addresses here, I mean, it's basically flatlined over the last 2 months, but that's very good. Every single day, we're seeing about 400,000 active wallets every single day, and there have been 15,000 new players every day since January. This is actually very popular on consoles right now. The PC optimization still needs a little bit of work, but right now, Off the Grid is still shining. The reason that people are saying, oh, it's dead, is because of the big KOL campaign that happened up front, and we're not talking about crypto KOLs. We're talking about influencers like Scump, Aiden, Huskers, all these big streamers that were playing this game. And to be quite honest with you, with these metrics, if they go live with their mainnet and live with their token, gaming is going to see a resurgence. And look, I've always beat this drum on this channel, but I think gaming is the most undervalued sector right now. And yes, it is the hardest to deliver in, but all we need is a big game and a big studio like Off the Grid to finally come through with their on-chain event and show people that this industry is alive and well. You can jump in, you can trade your assets. And as I've been saying, we need speculation back in the gaming side. Why have a lot of KOLs? Why have a lot of content creators? Why have a lot of investors, abandoned this? It is the hardest niche to deliver in. And if you mess up once, people don't forgive you in the gaming scene. It is by far the hardest niche to make a product in that is successful, because at the end of the day, it is basically all product driven, but we need speculation. People are going to meme coins. Why? Because it's just like that. It's a game, right? It's a game of who can get in. It's player versus player. It's a competition. That's why Fortnite players are sometimes very good streamers, because they understand it's me versus everyone else. I have to make it out on top, right? So they're going over there because the ROI for their time is much higher. But when we look at games like Photo Finish Crown, which, by the way, I mean, if I'm investing in a low market cap game right now, given everything out there in this market right now, I mean, I think that Crown is a great trade. This is down 50% this month. It's back on Solana, so I think all the liquidity from these different meme coins eventually will filter back into quality. I think Crown is so slept on at these prices. And look, we got people making $7,000 in 2 minutes off of races here. Like, this is what I'm talking about. We don't just need good products. You need some speculation to bring people back who have crossed over to the meme coin trenches, because that is what drives the market. And really, right now, if we look at Coinbase today actually listed a gaming coin day one. This is the first time this has happened in like 6 months. Gaming has been so down bad, but today the B3 network, the B3 token went live. This thing was trading at like $600 million FDV. I tweeted Coinbase listing gaming coins on day one. Definitely things you love to see. And then Spark C tweets B3 hitting 600 million off of Coinbase listing. They're two gaming chains, so they're B3 is actually building with Prime and Godcoin from Infinigods. Both of them are actually seeing quite good days on the charts. So look, gaming is going to heat back up. I think that it's going to have a crazy, crazy catalyst coming up like Off the Grid. And while, yes, it does sound crazy for me to come up here every day and say that, yes, gaming is alive and well, we just have to be patient. That's the nature of the game, right? And whenever we all who have conviction in the gaming scene come back to this and we can do a victory lap saying, look, we said that this was going to happen. It was just going to take time. I think assets and crypto and financialized things inside of these games is going to be the future when it comes to economies. And we're just waiting for that big catalyst to come through the door. So to me, gaming, number one. Number two, AI. I'm still looking at AI, especially things that merge together. We have 𝗲𝗏𝗯 coming up with their WOOF token. You can actually qualify for the drop. Go over to the 𝗲𝗏𝗯 Twitter and you can check this out as well. But to me, I'm not really focused on AI agents so much. When it comes to gaming, guys, like I said, before we move on, to me, right now, when you're looking at these prices across the board, I'm looking at stuff like Super, Ronin at $1.15. I'm definitely looking at something like a Superverse at 68 cents, Prime at $7, as well Zentry at 2 cents, and I think Beam is sitting at 1 cent. This is the lowest Beam has been since they rebranded from Merit Circle. So I think those 5 right there, Zentry, Beam, Prime, Ronin, and Superverse. I think those are the best 5 gaming DCAs in this market right now, as well as Avalanche. But Avalanche is just more of a high-level chain bet. Anything around $20 or in the 20s for Avalanche, I think is an amazing trade when it comes to the rest of the cycle. When we're looking at AI coins, look, I think everyone knows this AI agent thing is not sustainable, and it's definitely not the future of artificial intelligence, just reply bots on chat. Like, that's just not what the future of AI is. But for me, I would stick to the quality. I recently DCA'd into BitTensor around 370. So Tau, I re-upped my position there at about 370. So that's playing out nicely right now. We have 390 here. Tau is my #1 AI pick. I think it's the Bitcoin of AI coins. I also have a position in Render. I'm looking at Virtual. I think Virtual, especially if it goes a little lower here, it's the AI agent launchpad, and rather than betting on an individual AI agent, I'd like to have the launchpad in my portfolio. So for me, Tau, Render, and Virtual when it comes to high market caps, and when it comes to low market caps, I'm looking at Neural AI, GPU, and Heart, Humans AI. Those are the 3 that I'm very bullish on throughout this cycle, and these are crazy prices. GPU was just trading at 100 mil. It's at 52 million. Neural AI was just trading at 110 mil. It's at 55 million, right? Humans AI also was trading at 200 mil. This thing's at 115. These are all 3 projects that develop and ship every single day. We have Neural, which builds on a BitTensor subnet. Humans AI, which works with many governments across the globe and is really progressing machine learning and machine technology in AI. And then Node AI, which their GPU compatibility, staking, all that good stuff. It's worked for ages, and they're rapidly innovating with DeepSeek integrations and all this good stuff. So to me, those are sustainable AI projects that are not going anywhere. And then, of course, I think Desync, like a lot of crypto influencers that are big in the AI scene, love Desync. I've never been like crazy about Desync, but I think it is going to have a lot of strength, especially because it does get pushed quite consistently by some of the biggest content creators in the space. So that would be my honorable mention when it comes to AI tokens. And of course, look, RWA, I'm really just positioned in 2. I'm looking at Mantra Ohm, and I'm looking at Lingo. Lingo is the low market cap option, but if you want one of the strongest coins in the entire market, I would still be looking at Mantra. I mean, this thing is a tank. It is still up on the green on the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. So it might not be the best time to buy on that token, but at the same time, I think it's the best RWA bet in the market, and there's really not any competition to that if you asked me. So that's what I'm looking at in RWA. And of course, meme coins, I'm still in my MLG position. I'm not leaving MLG. I think that this is the crypto gaming version of a meme coin. And at the same time, as I say that it's the hardest to ship in and people judge you so hard, MLG leans into the fact that, look, it's gaming. Look, we're here to make money in crypto, but at the same time, not take ourselves too seriously, right? We got Fartnoy coming out from Dave Portnoy. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, MLG encompasses gaming culture while being a meme coin. So it has both of those narratives. If memes run, this is going to run. If gaming runs, this is also going to run. I also have my long-term positions in things like Brett, Mog. I still have a bag of Ponky. Look, a lot of these meme coins have been hit so hard that like you look at them and you might think, oh, this is dead, but at the same time, I think that a lot of these are going to resurge. I'm still in a position on Calvin at about $3 million market cap, and there's a few that I'm researching. There's one on the Base network that I'm kind of taking a look at. It's called Snappy. This is actually a AI coin, meme coin, and a gaming coin all in one. That is one I'm researching at this point in time, but that is not, I'm not saying to go buy that token. I haven't even entered a position there yet. I'm just taking a look at these lower market cap things with real utility that have really cool things coming out, because at the end of the day, like, let's just take Chill Guy, for example. Amazing meme. When we look at the chart here, we'll go to the 1 year chart, because obviously this thing launched recently. It got up to 60 cents. This was a $600 million market cap. Now it's at 30 mil. A lot of people, you would wonder, okay, is this coin dead? I would say For the most part, yes, this is a dead meme coin. Why is that? It was a TikTok trend. This was really hot on TikTok, Instagram, Reels, all that stuff for like a couple weeks, which is why we saw this run. And then Chill Guy has gone nothing but down since then. But I think dips worth buying, things maybe like FWOG, like Mr. Miggles, Ponky, they're here to stay. These are relevant cultural meme coins that are still here. So the art's amazing. The content that they do, like Ponky, for example, is top notch. These are the types of coins that are here to stay. MOG down 50% this month. It's not going anywhere, right? It's not just like a flash in a pan type of a coin, like something like a Peanut or a Moodang or something, like I said, like a Chill Guy. So I think that's how you have to measure it up. These meme coins will bounce back. Meme coins are a part of the cycle. It's part of culture. And at this point, like, I understand some people are like, oh, meme coins are dead. But they say the same thing about gaming. They say the same thing about every narrative whenever they get ready for what is going to probably look like a violent repricing to the upside for the ones that are actually here to stay. So that's my philosophy on meme coins currently. And look, just to wrap it up, my summary here is find the niches that you want to bet on this cycle. And this is the time to do it. There's not going to be many more times throughout this year where we look at altcoin charts, okay? And you're literally seeing 90%, 80% down, 75%. And these are not jokes of coins. Like you have Brett, which was sitting at 1.8 billion. This is down 62% this month. Like these coins, a lot of these are legit projects. They are just getting hammered with the market climate. And we always say like, oh, I missed that pump. Should I DCA now? It's up 35% today. It's up 100% on the week. I'm feeling FOMO, but we don't have the cojones, let's just call them that, to jump into the charts, check out the coins that are building and doing things right in the right niches, and just grab yours and be able to jump in at these prices and not have to worry about FOMO later on. We pray for entries. We always say this like, oh, I really need an entry on these coins. The market presents itself to us, and most people are going to sit on the sidelines, not adjust their portfolios, and just sit in the projects, not DCA, take a loss, or just have an unrealized loss and just sit in the same place. While at the same time, what you should be doing is taking advantage of these altcoin prices because there's so many coins. Over half of my watch list is down 50% or more this month. Like, take advantage of these time periods. I know every KOL and their mom is going to tell you, oh, this is the opportunity to buy in this market. I'm simply telling you my thought, and my thought process is we always say we want good entry prices. Well, they're here. They're sitting right in front of us. We're at like peak fear over the last 6 months of crypto. We have not seen fear, and the fear and greed index is so swayed right now towards fear. I would be probably buying up these massive dips this month. So that way in a few months, when you look back at it, you have these entries and people will be wondering, oh, why didn't I buy? And you can be sitting there saying, yeah, I DCA'd confidently 5 of my top projects back in that market crash of altcoins in February. And now I'm sitting massively in the profit for the most of the rest of the cycle. So that's the way I see the market unfolding right now. And I do think it's worth taking an opportunity. Look at your portfolio, maybe shuffle it around a little bit and take advantage of these crazy dips that we are seeing across the market. So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, and please, especially with altcoins looking like this, stay bullish, my friends.